From what I knew about basketball, I was raw, but they could tell I had potential and talent. We used to play last in Everett, which is where Mandy Johnson went to high school. I got caught a murder when I was 16 and had to do time for that. I went to different cities throughout Michigan. OGs, they spoke up right away because they didn't know me, but they knew that I would respect where they was coming from because they were OGs. You know, they were real OGs, not a play OG, real OGs. At the time, Jackson was averaging about 6 stabbings a day. We were going back and forth. The police killed one of us, and we were killing one of them.
Most big cities do have the same problems as Detroit, and in some cases, they're worse. America's cities are on a dark and dangerous road. But you come here, and you get the feeling that this is what the end of the road looks like. Here in Detroit, we have seen two worlds, one poor and black, one wealthy and white. We have seen the future, and it's frightening.
Law and order have broken down in Detroit, Michigan. The government should not intervene, except in the most extraordinary circumstances, since it was called upon by the governor of the state, and since it was presented with proof of his inability to restore order in Michigan.
I'm in prison now. We're 15 years to 30. At the time, Jackson was averaging about 6 stabbings a day. We were going back and forth. The police killed one of us, and we were killing one of them. We were going back and forth like that. That was caused the riot at Jackson prison in '81. Prior to that, there was a brother named Paul Sanders. I love the brother. He's an old brother. About 20 years older than me. At that time, I was like 23, 24, something like that. And he was short, stocky built, had a life sentence, had been locked up for like 24 years at that time. And by then, there was nobody looking out for him no more. So he had to hustle. Now, because he was so much in the weights, he had got a job in the gym in charge of weight pitting. Now, what he had to do was make sure the weights were put away and then assign benches, get the people that get the benches that they're assigned to. He had came up with the idea for hustle because when it's count time, the only people that can be out are people that are working or people in class. The gym is considered working. And if you're on the varsity basketball team, which I was at that time, so I had a lot of reasons to be out. I worked in the gym, plus I was on the varsity basketball team at the time of varsity basketball practice. They had practice during count time. Paul worked in the gym because he's in charge of weight pits. His job was to get weight pits ready for the people that's going to come in and count. At that time, weights was real big in prison. Almost everybody lifted weights, you know. And remember, everybody just come home and be all puffed up because they spent the whole time working out with the weights. It wasn't enough benches for everybody that wanted to work out. Even though you had 3 or 4 guys that you worked out with, it still wasn't enough benches. It was only like about 6 or 7 benches. So Paul came up with a hustle. He decided since the basketball players had to be out at that time anyway, that he could give us $1 to sit on the bench until the person he wanted to have the bench comes in to get the bench. That's cool with me. I'm not doing nothing. You know, at that time, and a show ticket was like about 50 cents. A bag of popcorn like 25 cents. You know, so I give you a show ticket and popcorn and watch the movie. Real theater, like going to a show. You know, commissary and the big screen, that dark lights, the whole 9 yards. Some of the guys felt offended or slighted some type of way because they felt like it's supposed to be free. And this guy's charging us for something that's supposed to be free. Now we ain't talking about a beef that's built up between weightlifters and killers, you know. So we know this is about to be a big thing. Don't know how that didn't have to go time to time, but I was surprised how it turned out. The big guys, some of them, decided they're gonna write a petition. And everybody signed a petition saying that this guy is charging for benches that are supposed to be free. And we want to fight it so we can get our free benches. That's snitching. You going to the man so the man was going on because you can't come to an agreement with this brother. So you just ratted the brother out. And the killing part about it, You got a whole list of you motherfuckers. A whole list of y'all on here. You know, all y'all done turned snitch. Because if you land on the petition, it's a snitch petition. It's a snitch list. They ignored our objections and our even hurled insults at them and everything. They ignored all that and turned the petition in. Got the brother fired. Now remember I told you, he's doing life. Been locked up 24 years. Ain't got nobody looking out for him no more. Been in Charlie Wait pit for about 15 years. So we told him, he ain't talking about no soft guy. Intramural sports in prison is huge. Not just because, you know, you get to let steam out and hone your skills, but the main reason because they be petting. I felt bad for him, and some other guys on the basketball team, we felt bad for him because, you know, we ain't get our little dollar no more. We just get, you know, that add up in prison. You know, $1 a day for nothing, you know, that add up. They was sitting on the bench for 5 minutes, you're gonna get $1. Okay, I do that. And other guys just because they couldn't do it. You know, peek me, and I got my people. You know, they got a boxing ring right by the door you come in. And next to the boxing ring is a huge box, about 5 feet tall, about 5 feet in diameter. On the other side of that is the small basketball court, and on the other side is the big basketball court. They bet like they betting the Lions or the Pistons. They bet big money, big money. When the count clear, when they open the doors for the general population, they on call to come out. Those, some going to the weight pit, some got intramural basketball games they're playing in. And this particular evening, the guy that was in charge of the snitch petition, he came in to play basketball. You know, we feel a certain kind of way about snitches, so we look at him kind of sideways. He gets on the basketball court, start warming up. It's like a layup line. He do the layup, go to the end line, get the rebound, pass to the guy that's coming in for the layup. I'm standing by the boxing ring with a brother named Hoodah. Me and Hoodah, we hung out together. That was like my road dog. The boxers is working out. We watching the boxers spar, but we gonna go to the show, go to the movie. All of a sudden I seen Paul walking to the door. But when he walked in the door, he had 2 knives taped to his hands. I look at Hoodah, I say, Hoodah, look at Paul. We look at Paul, damn. What did you get ready to do? So we're right by the basketball court, by the small court, as I said, we were right by the boxing ring. So we were right by the small basketball court where the guy was warming up at. He went up to make a layup. But on his way down, Paul was waiting on him with both those knives taped to his hands. He stabbed him, and the guy crunched over. Because, to be honest about it, back in those days, most of the time you get stabbed, it's just a stab, you got gone. You know, one hit, you're gone. Unless he pretend to kill you. So he took the stab, like he waited to see what was up, and Paul stabbed him again. So he crunched over him. When he realized that he was gonna keep on stabbing, so he tried to run, but by then he had bled so much he slipped and fell in his own blood. Paul kept stabbing. Uh-oh. The guy realized that the guy wasn't gonna stop stabbing him, just laying there. So he started rolling, trying to get away. So Hoodah looked at me and said, come on man, get out of here. And he said, he's killing me. And they find out that he's in here. They'll close those gym doors. We're not gonna be able to get out. And everybody in here is gonna be questioned by the state police. He's killing him. And damn, you're right. So we got out just before they closed the door. When we was leaving out, there's the guards going in. So we got away and went to the show. We seen last night we seen Pretty C and Benji Kincaid. We seen them, they was on their way going to the gym. So we stopped them. You know, hey, A murder just went down the other day. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. If anybody go there now, it's going to get locked down. So they went to the show with us. That's how Jackson's gym became known as the Killer Floor. He stabbed him up, hit him like about 50-something times. And because I worked in the gym, the next day it was my job and Hudal's job, the guy just talked about, it was our job to clean the blood up. The whole gym, because he had rolled, the whole gym was full of blood. Full of blood. It took us about 8 buckets of water to get that blood out. That's how it came.